Welcome back. Annie, the young orphan, is back in town. The classic story will be showing at the People's Theatre in Braamfontein from the 4th of June to the 5th of August. Now, Annie tries to escape the clutches of the mean Miss Hannigan and goes on a journey to find her long-lost family. But is it what she expects it to be? I'm joined by the production's cast this morning, Luciano Zupa, Nontlantla Mkhonto and Gabrielle Dagama. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for coming through. I'm going to start with you, Gabrielle. Are you excited?
Very excited.
So you're going to be playing the lead here. So you will be Annie. Why do you like this character? What attracted you?
I like Annie because she shows people that just because people are negative towards you, you don't need to take that in, and you can just be hopeful and just live life to the fullest.
Right? Thank you. You know, you learn every single day. Luciano, let's come to you and talk about what birthed this and this made you decide to bring it to South Africa.
Well, it's a classic. People love it. It always introduces children to theatre.
Right.
It's the kind of show that kids really love to see, and they see this girl who's a little off the wall, like surviving in the kind of situation that she is in.
Yeah.
And it's got life lessons that children can learn from.
Right. Anything different or anything South African that you've incorporated into the play? What can we look out for?
Anything different? What you can look out for is, I mean, the kids. Number one, just to give them praise. Their first time ever on stage. I mean, South African kids putting on American accents, have never performed on stages before, have never been, you know, in front of an audience that, you know, is going to watch them and they're going to entertain. This is their first time. So it's just, you know, proudly South African cast, putting on an American accent, living in that era, you know, making it believable for the audiences. They've worked so hard. We also have to remember that, you know, we got to put on the American accent. Of course. And, you know, you kind of just forget when you're rehearsing. But the difference with this is that it's not Disney. Okay, and what the People's Theatre normally does Disney all the time. They do Cinderella, they do Aladdin, but this is Annie. This is like real. You know, it's a real life lessons, as Louis has said. It's a real feel. It's orphans. It's kids that grow up. These little girls grow up with no mom and dad, and they have this really mean woman, Miss Hannigan, who's a drunk, you know, and she's just also hopeful, but because she's just, you know, looking after these, life has dealt with her, you know, with all these kids. But you know, at the end of the day, they sort of love to hate her. So there's a lot to learn about family, about union, about love, about care, about hope. Yeah, so
beautiful messages coming through from that. Luciano, you mentioned something very important a little bit earlier on, introducing children to the love of theatre. But I'm curious to know, putting a production, any production is a lot of work. And then you add in the element of little ones. How is that?
Well, you know, they have to be disciplined, or they learn discipline. Working in teams, we have to split them up into groups because they can't perform every day. So we have different groups, 4 Annies, so they all have to have their turn. And yeah, I mean, they love it. Like you can see with Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, what do you love the most? Because I see you've also got other friends, and you guys are going to be performing for us. A very, very special treat for our viewers. But what did you love about being in this production?
I like that you got to learn a lot about acting, and that it's not just about you acting, it's also about feeling the emotions that that character feels.
And do you think when you grow up you want to be an actress? What do you want to be? Do you have an idea? It changes all the time because you still got a long way ahead, but do you have an idea for now?
Yes, I want to be an orthodontist or an actress.
Yay! Stunning! Hey? So that you can do both. We're in safe hands. We're good. We're good. But we talked about a number of messages of hope, messages of love, messages of family. What are you hoping that people who come to watch the production will take away from it?
I'm hoping that they will take away like just a warm feeling and appreciating each other. I'm hoping that they will take away, the music is so, like for me, Annie was like my #1. Growing up, I was like, oh my God, do Annie, and I got to do it when I was in high school. So, and this is the production that started my career. It gave me the boost. And so, I mean, it's so heart-filling and it's so wholesome.
Right.
We just want people to walk away feeling good, you know, just feeling good, and yeah, just want to come back and watch more.
Little Miss Annie, what is your message to people who are going to come and watch the show?
Just enjoy it and don't stress about mistakes, because everybody makes them. And you can also try out sometimes to get into shows, because it's really fun.
I think I'm going to, after the show, I'm going to take all of you. I'm going to adopt you. That is such an important life lesson.
I'm the one who adopts everyone.
I'll stay away from you, baby. Luciana, same a question to you. What are you hoping that people walk away from?
Well, humming, there's the one song that everyone knows, Tomorrow.
Yes.
The sun will come out tomorrow. And that'll be stuck in their head for days.
Right.
And that good feeling, that good triumphs over bad.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Gabrielle, we talked earlier about working in a team, because you've got other ladies, young little girls that you work with. How is that like? What has been the biggest lesson in terms of working with other people?
That you always need to be kind to them, because if you're rude to them, then they will just retaliate and they won't want to work with you. So you must just always be kind to them so that they will work with you and not worry about it.
You have such gems here. How did you pick the young ladies? Was there an audition process, as is with any other
so
production, I
difficult
guess?
Yeah.
to decide on who you want to take and who you can't take, and I wouldn't want to be Jill or Keith.
Yeah.
And they have to
Or
decide
Sean.
as to who has to do what, and it's a hard job. But they love it as well. That's why they keep doing it and producing such amazing shows.
Nani, what goes into working with children?
Patience goes into working with children, especially when it's their first time. You've got to nurture them and not scare them away. Though instilling some discipline, just that old school push, like the one that I got when I started as well, just that basic treatment of this is the theatre, that this is how we act in the theatre, this is how we do in the theatre, the safety measures of the theatre. So you need patience. You need to be able to be a teacher when you're working with kids, with anything. You know, you got to nurture them as well. Yeah, so that's what goes into it, and then also just pulling the focus all the time.
Right.
That is the hardest part.
So many
Oh man! And then when it's break time, when it's a 5-minute break, and they go for those sweets and those chips, and they come back, and you're just like. So it's just also just honing their energy and yeah, and just really taking care of them, because you know they are young and their brains are like sponges, and I think you want to have that impression on them where they say I was taken care of, and you want them to go home and be like, we're fine at the theatre, because you want the parents to also be at work and be like, my child is safe. Yes, so it's about patience and just being a wholesome person around them. We watch what we say around them, because they linger. Even if we go, guys, leave us alone.
Have to be super careful.
Yes, so they linger around the curtains and they listen to us. So we always have to be like, censored. It's all about that as well.
Gabrielle, and our viewers can't see, but we do have another group of young girls here with us. To all of you, your mommies and your daddies are so proud of you. We are proud of you. South Africa is going to be blown away by what you're about to show us.
Thank you.
And we've got a special treat for them after this break. Do stay with us. We've got the cast of Annie who are going to perform for us after this break.